Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Mike's House Party, where we're joined always by Kelly. Kelly, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Mike, but aren't we usually in color? Is this because we've been watching classics?
The fuck? Did we travel back in time or something?
I don't think traveling back in time changes from color. I think this is some Pleasantville kind of shit.
Fuck, I threw that remote out the fucking window though. How am I gonna change it back?
We can do that reverse Wizard of Oz thing maybe, where we want to change from color back to black and white, but the other way around. So everyone close your eyes and say, there's no place like the video store. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're in color. You did it!
I can't believe that worked. I thought that was absolute bullshit.
Yeah, and you're definitely dressed for the occasion.
I'm living my femme fatale fantasy where I walk into a private investigator's office with a dark secret and legs up to wherever. So thank you.
That's amazing.
Mike, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about you?
It's always lovely to be invited to the house party, so thank you very much.
Of course. Always a good time. And yeah, here's the link. Buy our shit. We're going to have a lot new shit. Why did I do that? I don't know what I did there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened there. Yeah, we're going to have a lot new shit coming, especially for Valentine's Day. We got a couple shirts coming that way, so that's going to get very interesting for your special someone. But yeah, today we wanted to... we got Jake.
We got Jake. Money.
Now, before we get started, I did say in the chat earlier that we are going to be doing a special prize tonight. So as long as you comment tonight, you're going to be put on a wheel at the end of the night. Spin that shit. Whoever gets it will have their shot at being on the very first movie game back for this year. Or if you don't want to be the first one, if you don't want to be on the first one, if you want to choose one, you can choose whichever one you want to be on. You'll be guaranteed a spot. So throw your name in the chat. Say hi, what's up, and we'll have you. But yeah, we do have, we got Aaron. We got Alec. But yes, Kelly, today, since you're dressed like that, why would you be dressed like that today? What's going on for today?
I think it's because we might have invited some very special guests to our house party tonight.
Yes. They actually just had their first episode of their show that just happened a couple minutes. Yeah,
yes.
just a couple minutes after we went live. So they are both here. Let's bring them on. We got Alex.
We got Alex. Hi.
We got Melissa.
Hello.
Hi guys.
Hello. How you guys doing?
We're here.
I haven't slept in years. Besides that, I'm glad we got rid of the black and white filter, because then it would have looked like I was going to be canceled. I'm glad we got rid of that.
What's happening?
Well, we just really wanted to have you guys on too, because we love your challenge that you've put forth. So please tell us about your View 52 Picture This challenge.
Yeah, it's kind of a Jack-led thing, but you know, he's not here. But
fucking Jack.
But essentially, it's classic films, pre-1970s. Every week has like a different prompt on different movies to watch, and then we're gonna meet every month to talk about said picks.
Yeah, after we're getting to the point in Picture This where we're getting to the stuff that we know, that we've heard of. Mostly we know what it's going to be. But Jack and I decided that we wanted to hang back a little bit in the world, in the classics era. And so he had drafted these. I helped him kind of organize them. And we ended up wanting to make a show of it because it's what we do naturally. And I think 3 is a great number for a show. So we invited along Melissa, who... I just randomly remembered that she had posted a tweet about wanting to start a show, and I thought, well, if you're never going to do it if you don't do it. So we just sent out a message, and now we're doing it. we're locked.
Oh, wonderful. My first question was going to be, how did you come up with the categories? Because when I first looked at it, I'm like, a movie from 1927 at the Academy Awards, I'm like, well, I've always wanted to watch Wings. So like, that's what sort of hooked me in. I'm like, that makes me hit my blind spot. So how did a lot of these categories come about?
So a lot of this is Jack, but some of these are just Jack's curious about. But I can say like a film nominated at the first Academy Awards that actually pairs at the end at the 52nd week with a film at the a film nominated at the 42nd Awards where the decade closes. Some of these are Jack's favorite performers, like the he really likes Wilder. He really likes John Ford. He is really interested in Hepburn and Hitchcock. And then some of these are me influenced. So like Capra, we wanted to really explore as much international as we possibly could. Veronica Lake, we both really love stuff like I Married a Witch. And we just tried to like find as much of the different worlds of it as we possibly could and really try to explore what cinema was like over the years.
Did some of this come about because of like, as you said, you've been doing the Best Picture watches? Was it because like there's some other nominations and you were like, oh wow, why, like there was a few blind spots that you might have read about while doing your research for your Best Picture watch through, if that makes sense?
Oh yeah, totally.
Yeah.
So like a lot of this stuff are things that we could have covered in the extra credit segment of that show, where we look at other nominations or just stuff that won or was nominated for acting awards or screenplay awards. That's stuff that me and Jack are really interested in. Unfortunately, Melissa had no influence on it. We hadn't reached out to her before we put together the final list. And I'm sure some of this stuff would have looked really different, and because Jack had a much larger document, which was every other one was like a different year, and I thought, nah, it's dumb. Definitely, let's do like a silent movie, or like Charles Laughton, who ended up being like one of our favorite actors from like The Private Life of Henry VIII. This is stuff that we wanted to explore because we thought that we think it's probably not true, but we think we have decent taste. It's already proved incorrect on some accounts.
Melissa, what drew you to say yes to the project?
I definitely went into this year kind of wanting to step back from trivia land, and I'm more interested in like talking about movies rather than showing my knowledge of movies, which is like decent at best, I guess. I'm still competing a little bit. I'm kind of just doing teams for the most part and just like one-off things, but I kind of wanted to take a step back, and I don't know, it's kind of a weird fate thing almost a little bit when they reached out. I was like, well, yeah, like I'm down to do that because that's something I'm interested in doing this year. So now I'm kind of along for the ride.
Looking at the list, is there any particular categories or weeks that you're looking forward to?
I mean, honestly, classics in general is a blind spot for me. Like I've seen a lot of classics ever since I've joined this community, but I know there's still so much that I haven't seen. I'd say like classics and comedies are like two kind of genres that I tend to not have as much, like I haven't seen as much. So I'm just excited, really.
Well, classics is such a wide net. Like when you spin that category, you're getting different genres, you're getting different years, like you're getting like 50 years of film almost in that one category. So definitely, I think everyone's got a bit of a blind spot for it. So
isn't that on your guys' challenge?
Yeah.
That is Alex, because every movie we've been watching, I've been like, did it have a tomato in it? Why is this being the hardest category for me to fill? I watched Toy Story last night. I'm like, Alex, did you see a tomato so I can put it on my list somewhere? No. Alex, stop derailing the conversation. Alex, is there any ones in particular that you're looking forward to?
Yeah, I think that anytime I could make, because my list started off being like really, I tried to research it well, and I tried to like make the best picks that I could. By the end, like after 2 hours of researching, I just wanted to mess with Jack, so I snuck in like 4 different Vincent Price movies. I snuck in a couple of Kurosawas. I snuck in a lot of like expressionist German like movies, just stuff that I thought, stuff that I thought would put Jack on edge, and it's already happened. We're very close to like one breakdown already. Tomatoes.
Sorry, chat's going off about tomatoes.
Yeah.
Mike put the link to your channel, and because you guys just streamed your first episode about January, so make sure you go over to the Picture This channel, follow their stream. It was a little early in the morning for me to catch, so I'm very excited to catch it on the replay. But tell me how your January watches went.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a bumpy start, I would say, for me personally. Like, because I didn't love a lot of the, like, I think the 2 first weeks of films. It definitely picked up for me for week 3 and 4. Yeah, and I mean, I think for our first show, maybe, you know, I kind of know what to expect next time a little bit more too. So I feel like I'll be a little bit more prepared. But it was a good time.
I'll say this as someone that's I record a lot of stuff for YouTube at this point. I think I spend like 3 hours a week on YouTube with my face on here. It is really hard to get like used to being on camera, and then just like Melissa and I had never spoken before we agreed to do this show. We'd never met. We had, I think I had sent her one message about doing the show, and then we did a call, and then we were like, yep, we're doing this. And then our immediately next call was like an hour ago. So I can assure you she's doing fine. Crazy though that may be. The first January, it was really interesting to see the through lines, because there's a lot of there accidentally, because we didn't consult each other with any of these picks. There ended up being a lot of connective tissue, and the tissue was, we had a lot of Joan Crawford. Even outside of Joan Crawford week, we had a lot of Joan Crawford.
Yeah.
And it ended up being a lot of like the relationships between women and men being weird. Stuff like Bitter Rice, stuff like Wings, stuff like Dance Girl Dance,
Seventh Heaven.
It was just Go to Hell. That's the one I watched for week 2. So if that man told her she was swell one more time, I was going to lose it.
Okay.
Yeah, it ended up being just like a lot about relationships and how different people communicate with each other effectively and more reasonably ineffectively. And that was really weird to see on like just having not consulted each other. It was wild that we got all of those similar through lines. Can't say much about some of our picks though, because we either barely remember them, or in one particular case, all of us decided to bury Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow.
Oh my god!
As you know, what Sophia Loren is really pretty, and that's it.
That's essentially the film.
Yep, she is. She's really pretty.
Well, Mike and I have been following along, so I'm a little bit behind. I've not been able to do my Joan Crawford or Italian picks yet, but I know what I'm watching because, again, this is why I wanted to do this, because I have set movies that I've been wanting to watch and just haven't got to. So I know I've been wanting to watch Whatever Happened to Baby Jane for so long. So I'm getting to that one. And then La Dolce Vita, I've watched no Fellini. So, like, this is really just pushing me to get to those ones that I've wanted to do for so long. So I'm very happy. But I did finally watch Wings, which is one of my Best Picture gaps. So, and then I've never heard of Merrily We Go to Hell or Dorothy Arzner. So, like, I was really excited just to see that, just to expand my classics knowledge. And that's a 30s film, I think I saw.
I think so.
Merrily We Go.
That's when she worked.
I believe so, yes.
We didn't do that one, so I'm like, but yeah, 32. 1932.
Yeah. I much before like the periods that I tend to go for. So it was interesting to see more 30s based films because I tend to watch more 40s plus. So yeah, I loved it. Mike, what have you watched so far?
I also watched Seventh Heaven. I watched Merrily We Go to Hell with Kelly. Watched Mildred Pierce, and then for the Italian one, I watched Once Upon a Time in the West, which I've been wanting to watch, which was really fucking good. I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, Mike, did you have sort of similar feelings when you saw the list? Like, oh, this is really going to help me a lot.
This this list in general, like especially this year, a lot of lists have been circulating around, and I think you guys have one of the most unique lists that I've ever won because you've done a certain subject that most people have blind spots in, and will find a lot of films that they can go throughout these weeks with, and I think that is so fucking amazing, and it's definitely helped me because I'm also doing like a Boat and Cody have decided to do a blind spot list. I decided to do a Psycho version where I pick 5 movies per year from 1920 to now to watch, and this list is definitely helping me go knock down a lot of those films.
You watch so many movies. Like, how do you do it? Like, I just don't understand.
I work an overnight job and I barely sleep. You mix those two together, I'm able to watch a lot of movies.
Tell the audience how many average movies you watch per day, Mike, according to Letterboxd.
Usually, for Letterboxd, usually it'll be, I think it's like at 5.5 to 6 films. Like it averages out to 5.5 to 6 films a day. Like I'm over 120 right now for this month alone.
Oh no, that sounds like no.
The math, like I just don't understand.
Yeah, it's insane. But yeah, this is definitely going to help me pick through a lot of classics I've been wanting to watch. So I thank you guys for this list, and I can't wait to see where you guys go with the show in general, because I watched a little bit of the first episode while you guys were live, and I loved what you guys were doing.
Thank you. Yeah, Jack did I on Picture This, I'm usually the host of that tries to like keep things moving, and Jack wanted to try and host, and I was very proud of him. He really brought that show together. So I'll pass that along to Jack. I'm sure he's not watching.
Yeah, definitely. Jack, who's not here. That should have been here
and will not be watching.
The other thing I really loved about the list is that it's 52, so you're doing one a week. And that's very digestible and very easy to access, especially like if we have really busy lives, or if we're studying for things, like I can manage to do one a week to follow along. So I thought that was really well put together.
Yeah. Yeah. And weirdly enough, I still got behind. I was like, I think last weekend that I was like, I'm missing something. Something's wrong. I have to watch like 12 movies in the next 8 days. Yeah, but the idea of it, you should be able to get to follow along.
So looking ahead to February, what do we have coming up that you guys are maybe starting to plan for? For the next 4 weeks.
Yeah, next week is a screwball comedy. Mm-hmm. And then after that is a film set in one location. And then a film featuring Shirley MacLaine, and then a biopic.
Do you guys like have a gut instinct sometimes? It's like, oh, I've really wanted to do that. Or do you sort of look around and be like, oh, I could do this, and weigh up your options? How have you guys approached making your personal list so far?
So for me, I went with the list started off being really well researched, so some of the stuff was easy to like put in. So like Capra, I've seen a lot of the more famous ones, so let's start checking off some of the ones that aren't maybe as recognized. So Arsenic and Old Lace was like the last big Capra that I think I have to watch. And then just asking around through the grapevine, people that I trust that gave me a lot of good advice. And just listening to podcasts and stuff like Battle of Algiers came up, stuff like Funny Girl came up. And then if you're ever in a pinch, just Vincent Price. Just add in as much Vincent Price.
Yeah, I mean, Jack sent me both Alex and his lists, and I kind of put mine together very quickly. Because I was just like, yeah, I'll do the show. And he was like, well, can you get it to me quickly? And I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try. And so I kind of put mine together fairly quickly. But I mean, I'm excited for like all the picks that I chose. I'm not like, oh man, like I could have researched this one better. I mean, regardless, it's a movie that I haven't seen before. So I'm excited for that. And I mostly did my research through Letterboxd. I kind of just like looked through either things that are already on my watch list, because I have so many things on my watch list, and you can do like different filters of like a specific year or genre. So that's kind of how I determined a lot of my picks. Cause I'm like, okay, I shouldn't add more to my watch list. Let's see what I already have on here to kind of filter and put onto this list.
I very much did the same. Mike made me my own little film festival while I've been on holidays. So when these challenges have dropped, I'm like, wow, that fits in, because I already had like a lot of classics or things in it. So I'm like, oh, where can I just like synergy this and have it all come together in the one that's great.
Yeah, because I'd like to get my watch list down and then, add it up again. So
exactly. Are there any particular genres, actors, anything in particular you guys are looking forward to?
Ooh, I ended up with a couple of Monroes on my list. And let's see who else came up. I'm looking at my list now. Monroe's some like Audrey Hepburn that I still wanted to click off. As that is an actor that I was like struck by this whole past year. As Jack made me watch some movies. I was just like, we're just gonna stay here. This is great. And getting to explore like I think we made way for like a couple of Veronica Lakes as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything specifically, to be honest. I mean, I'm excited to watch more Ingmar Bergman, just because like I've enjoyed all of his films so far. Like he's definitely one of my favorite directors that I've kind of discovered since joining this community. So I'm excited to watch that. I'm also really, really excited specifically to watch 8.5 because I've not seen that. And the only Fellini film I've seen is Juliet and the Spirits, which I love. It's one of my favorites. So I'm excited to see more of his work too.
Mike, have you seen I Married a Witch?
I have not, but I do have it on my watch list. So
you should watch I Married a Witch.
I know nothing about this and I'm very intrigued now.
Okay.
I think it's fine personally, but
okay. So don't.
Boom! Shot down.
I Married a Witch. 80 minutes. 80 minutes of your whole life, and it is the proto like Bewitched. Just proto every like supernatural romantic comedy. It is like the like flirtiest movie. Like everything is like frivolous and flirty. It's something that works perfectly well for like someone like me that just like, oh, that would be cute. Like if you ever like find yourself thinking about like that would be cute if we met doing that. That's I Married a Witch. That's who that's for.
That is the most wholesome way I've heard a movie described. I love it.
Yeah. I maybe need to rewatch it. I just remember thinking Veronica Lake is a babe. Like she looks incredible. But like that's kind of all I took from the film. I was just like, there's not really much there. But maybe I need to revisit it since you love it.
So it was more Bewitched the movie than Bewitched the TV show.
Yes.
In quality, I mean.
For reference. For reference, like when the two characters meet, she's wearing when the two characters meet, they're in a hotel that's on fire and she's just wearing a fur coat. That's the kind of vibe that this movie's about.
As one does.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if that is anyone's vibe, I recommend I Married a Witch. A great film, unless you're Melissa.
I don't hate it. Like it's fine. But I'll give it another shot.
Mike, any follow-up questions? Anything?
Just that I think you guys' dynamic is going to be very interesting, especially seeing you two today and putting Jack in the mix. I think will only up the insanity of this. But I think it's really cool that you've decided to do a show with the list. I think that dynamic is going to work really well, and it'll highlight a lot of classic films that most people aren't checking out or have wanted to check out. Yeah,
we'd be doing this even if no one was watching. if someone gets
Fucking
anything
A.
out of it, then that would be amazing. If I see like a marked rise in I Married a Witch reviews, I'll be so happy because I've already instigated it. I've already instigated it before. There's at least like 10 people that have seen it that hadn't seen it before because I was just like, no, you have to watch it. Watch this movie. If I can get like even 3 more people to watch it, I'll be just overwhelmingly happy.
I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
That's brilliant. Well, we look forward to following on with your Letterboxd accounts and your monthly show. Like it's just been great. Thank you so much for giving us your time today and coming on and having a chat with us about it. That was great.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Thank you guys.
Thanks,
We
mate.
appreciate you on.
Brilliant. That
Yeah.
was lovely.
And
Jen,
then-
what's
That
You got Chen, guys.
Yeah, we got Chen like usual. Buy the t-shirt. T-Public. Buy, you got Chen.
Buy our shit.
So
Now-
tomorrow I will
yes.
be putting up a post with everyone's different letterbox lists that they've done. Since we've highlighted the Picture This View 52 challenge, I also want to shout out Aaron's one that he did, which is the Criterion Challenge of 2023. That I'll post tomorrow up in the video store. And then Bill has decided to do one called Unearthed, the bi-weekly movie challenge, which is very up Bill's alley. So I want a lot of people to throw up their stuff for that, which I think will be amazing. But yeah, Kelly, I think it's time for us to go through the video store challenge.
Yes, we didn't get a chance to highlight it
Yeah.
last week because we had a big show last week for our first
Yes.
show back, so we ran out of time to even mention what we had been watching. So in the last 2 weeks, what have I added? I have added His Girl Friday, number 6, a black and white film.
Oh, okay.
Number 8, Yeehaw, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers, which we got to watch together and was the most bonkers thing. I
Oh,
loved
yeah.
it.
I
We've been
absolutely
sending
love
gifts
that
of it
movie.
non-stop. High
Yeah.
class. I did my number 19, a movie set in real time, which I found a little bit hard to find things that
Ooh,
like I
okay.
was keen for. But we watched Clue. Alan had never seen
Oh,
Clue
yeah,
before.
there we go.
And I'd only seen it once. And that cast, wow,
Yeah.
such a good cast. I've done number 49, a movie that you think doesn't get that much attention, with Empire Records. You and I watched this one as well. And
Yes.
we both agreed it's such a time capsule of work. If you were able to work a retail job with your friends, like I can understand it's maybe not the strongest on plot, but it's to live a day in the life of these
Oh, yeah.
co-workers. It has an amazing soundtrack, amazing fashion. It's Rex Manning Day every day for me. Like, let's face it. To make you very happy, Mike, I've done number 50, a movie composed by John Williams, and I finally got to go watch The Fabelmans because it
Yes.
only released recently here in Australia. And you were right, I will never be the same again. It was great. Alan finally gets this joke. And weirdly enough, sticking on the Clue, somewhat trained. Number 56, what's your favorite movie? And we watched Clueless. And again, a back-to-back with Empire Records.
Oh,
Fashion,
yeah.
music, 90s slang. It was great. Mike, what have you added to your list?
Let's see.
Kick Bar from the Stream.
I know. I want to. Oh, 49. Oh, Parenthood.
Nice.
Oh, that's a great choice right there. That's a great movie. I did number 4, 3+ hours movies. I did Shortcuts from '93. Very huge cast. I enjoyed that immensely. I loved it. I did black and white film. I did The Shop Around the Corner, which I might have talked about the last one. I'm not too sure. Movie in color. I decided to do Alice in Wonderland, one that I watched with Kelly, which was an insane ride of 1999. That was,
cast as well.
yeah,
Cool.
that cast is
Hi.
incredible. I did the Mahdi, a Paul Giamatti film. I did Cosmopolis, which I've been wanting to see, which I thought was really good. I thought that was very entertaining, very interesting, very like weird, but very up my alley. I did Set in India. I did Bahubali, The Beginning, which is the same director of RRR. So I was
Yes,
really
yes.
looking forward to that, and it did not disappoint me. It's insane. Yes, Cronenberg for Cosmopolis. Movie from 1953. I did Stalag 17, which again I
Nice.
really enjoyed. I thought that was good. Jeff Goldblum, which I only have a few left to do for Jeff Goldblum, so it was kind of slim
Yeah.
pickings. I did Incident at Loch Ness, which is a fake documentary movie by Werner Herzog that is going around trying to find the Loch Ness monster. It's an insane movie, and Jeff Goldblum plays himself. He's only in one scene of it, but he has a very comical moment in there. But Werner Herzog is insane. I love
More
him.
or less insane than Buckaroo Banzai.
Oh, it's less insane because Buckaroo Banzai is completely batshit nuts. Anime film, I did Whisper of the Heart, which was part of a double
beautiful.
feature night that we did. Rage Cage, I did the new 2023 movie, The Old Way, a Western of Nicolas Cage that just premiered. I actually really enjoyed that. Thought it was fun. Nominated for MTV Movie Award, I did Precious,
Nice.
which, I understand why it was up for a couple awards there completely. 29, I did a film that Mike gave a good fucking movie ranking. I gave this a
What just give
4
you a
stars, so I had to
rating
do it.
too?
Yeah. I did After Sun, which just got nominated for an award, which I actually enjoyed as well. Yeah. And also liked it. Movie where the mystery guest signs in, part 2 of film noir. I did Key Largo.
Nice.
Let's see. A movie with a song you loved. I chose Freebird, which was from Elizabethtown. Movie I thought was
Cool.
all right, but the song and the song
soundtrack.
placement is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then, of course, I did Seven Brides for Seven Brothers with Kelly, which I absolutely fucking love. That movie is batshit nuts. And then my final one I did was a movie you watched while eating nachos. I did a movie called Escape from Mogadishu, which was a 2021 movie that was very weird, but I actually quite enjoyed it.
And how were the nachos?
Nachos were great.
Now, what topping is on the nachos? What do you put on your nachos?
Oh, for this one, I just had the regular cheese. It was very last minute that I got it together, and I went, all right, I'm just
Get the chips! Get the
Yeah.
cheese! I
Yeah,
gotta tick something off my
exactly,
list.
Yeah, that's basically how it went.
I'm saving that one for when I can just make a big pile of corn chips, salsa, cheese, ripped up chicken, jalapenos, guac on one side, sour cream on the other.
Oh,
and a
yeah.
big board of them. It's gonna be good. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that could also fit that category.
1000%. There was no way it get
remade.
made. The kidnapping thing in general is just batshit crazy.
Must have jalapenos. I agree. Now, Mike, you promised these people prizes.
Yes, so anybody that's in the chat that hasn't heard, the special prize for today is as long as you commented, I put your name on a wheel, which, Kelly, I will ask you, should I add Alan to this list? Should we shake it up a
He
little
ain't
bit?
coming on. If it spins him, then I get it by proxy.
Oh, okay. I like that. Okay, so I added these names to the list. I'll give it another minute for anybody that hasn't actually commented. So for today's prize, what I'm doing is I'm going to spin this wheel with everyone's name on it, including Melissa and Alex, since they joined us today. Their name is also on the list. If it spins your name, you will get to choose the movie game that you would like to come on in the future. We're going to be starting it up sometime in February again. And you get to choose the exact one that you want to be on. You'll get a guaranteed spot in any one that you want, including if you want to wait for the championship and you want to just try that, by all means, you can do it. I'm opening that up. If you want to wait for the championship match and you want to save your name for that, you can do that as well. And over the next year, we're going to be having more prizes as well. It won't be just if you comment. Sometimes it'll be if you share our video somewhere or if you get us up to a certain subscriber limit. I'll be giving away digital movies, physical movies, posters, video store merch, of course, all kinds of random shit. It'll change week by week. It'll change show by show. It may be once a month. It may be twice a month. Still figuring that out. But for today, I got the wheel ready to go. So let's see who actually
makes me feel like I'm the
gets
game show hostess. Mike, spin that wheel.
it. I'm bringing it up right now. Wait, let me. I'm gonna prime it 3 times. I'm spinning it 3 times. So the name that it's on is not gonna be the name that's chosen. Just put it out there yet. Okay. And then we will spin this shit.
Spin that shit. Spin that shit. Everyone chant at home.
Bring it up.
Bring it up.
If it's a Patreon thing, if I forgot what
Instant
we
win.
actually have on there, except for the greatest one, which is me and Nazaro show up at your house and like slam in Panama. That's the greatest one. Everyone should give us $5,000 for that because we will definitely do that if you do it. But yeah, if it's a thing on that, you want to give us money, by all means, go ahead. Okay, here we go. Is up on Alan's name. Here we go.
Alec is shitting himself.
Aaron, if you're still
Yeah.
here, just message me when you figure out what movie games you would like to be on. I will give you an upcoming. I will give you the first one that we're going to be doing through Messenger. So if you would like to be on the first one, you can. If not, I will save you a spot on anyone you would like. So yeah, Aaron, if you are still here, just message me. If not, I will message you by tomorrow and let you know. But yeah, over the next couple months, I will be doing more giveaways on different shows. It won't just be on Mike's House Party. It won't just be on Late Shift. It'll be sometimes if we do something different, might give away something on there. Just I want to start giving stuff to you guys for always hanging out with us
Supporting
on these
us,
days.
yeah.
We've had consistently
We love
9-10 people watching today, which has been amazing. But yeah, we thank you guys for always jumping in and hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Mike, can you highlight the picture of this YouTube? Because another big thank you to Melissa and Alex for giving us their time today and
Yes.
coming on chatting. Please make sure you go over and you're following along with them. Do your own list. I would love to see what other people's classic blind spots are. Like, it's great.
And
to
I will
see.
also have it in the description of this video as well.
Yes.
Once we are done live, I will throw it up in the description for anybody that wants to actually click on it and enjoy. Please go and check out their show. They're going to be doing it once a month, it looks like. And yeah, it's going to be some fun categories being gold. And of course, follow along with the list. Now, if you are doing a Letterboxd list that we don't highlight tomorrow in a post, you can throw it down in the comments as well. And I will make sure that it stays up on that post. Follow along. Let's have some fun this year on Letterboxd because there's a lot of challenges that people are doing. And it's always good to watch more movies. You don't go insane like me, but at least you watch more movies, which is always fun.
On that note, thank you for joining us at the house party tonight. Mike, take us out.
Yeah,
I always throw it to you.
Yeah,
Not to black and white. Not to black and white again. Don't do that to us again.
I do not have a closing video for this, so we will just say goodbye like this. Take care, everybody, and we will see you next week for Late Shift. Late Shift is coming back next week.
Yes.